on the campaign trail. I'm here to answer any questions. I'm here to basically share a little bit about the journey, and just really excited about the upcoming election on August 18th. Again, my name is Denise Martinez-Scanziani, and I'm running for Miami-Dade County Circuit Court Judge. The elections are August 18th, so they're really right around the corner. I want to say they're probably about 52 days away or 51 days, who's counting? But first, one of the first main things I want to let everybody know, and I want to show everybody, here we go. 314, it's probably backwards where you're seeing it, but it's 314. Our ballot numbers are out. That means that when you go to the ballot, you can look up my name, Denise Martinez-Scanziani, or you can look up the number 314. That is probably going to be the easiest way to find me. Remember, August 18th, there are a lot of elections, a lot of different positions that are up, not only the judges. As I've shared before many times, the judicial races are really important, and unfortunately, they're often ignored because the community doesn't really know who to vote for. And so one of my purposes in doing what I do here is to try to get as much information out about myself as a candidate, but also to remind everybody the importance of voting in these judicial elections. As I've told you, when you're much more likely to come face to face with a judge than any other elected official. And that's just because judges will have a decision, will make a decision in your case, if you're involved in a family law case, if you're involved in a criminal matter, if you're involved in a civil matter, a civil dispute. A judge will have the ability to make a decision and change your life in that moment on that day. So it's really important to remember the judicial elections. It's not something that should be overlooked, although sometimes when you see the statistics in past voting, you'll have other races that everybody votes for and then judges are skipped. So I'm asking you to just remember that August 18th, there are judicial candidates on the ballot. There's a group of, I want to say there's 7 different judicial races, and in each race you can vote for one. In addition, the county mayor has a race. There's local representatives, state representatives that are up for election in their primaries. You have county commissioners that also have race. You have mayors, depending on where you live. But everybody in Miami-Dade County can vote for a county mayor, can vote for the judges, and that's anywhere in Miami-Dade County. So I've been asked that question. Well, I live in, Aventura, or I live in Homestead, or I live in Hialeah. Can I vote? And absolutely, yes, it's county-wide. So if you're up in Hialeah, or if you're up in Miami Lakes, and you're down in Florida City, or down in Homestead, and anywhere in between, you can definitely and should definitely vote. Again, my ballot number is 314, which I really like because it just reminded me of pie. And so I think that it was, I was very happy to get that number, and I've been sharing it and letting everybody know, sometimes it's easier just to look for the number 314, 314, 314, versus Denise Martinez-Scanziani. Although my name, I'm going to tell you, it's not going to be easy to miss. It's probably one of the longest names on the ballot. So some other things that I wanted to address, some other questions that I've been asked, have to do with, why can't we meet you in person? Why can't we, have an event where I can come talk to you or come meet you face to face? And I'll tell you, it's difficult for me to do it this way, but truly, I think it's the responsible thing to do. We're right now in Florida, in particular, we have the issue with the coronavirus, and across the country and the world, really. But in particular now, it's not something that I take lightly, and I don't believe it would be responsible as a candidate for me to expose anybody or to create a situation where I gather people who want to be there and support me or hear about me, and then I potentially expose people to getting sick. So I just don't think that's responsible. So I will not be doing any live events in this way. This is my meet and greet. This is right here on social media. I think it's really important that we understand, and although this is a very important thing, that's the elections and my candidacy. It's very important to me and to everybody, but it's something that I do not prioritize my candidacy over the safety and health and well-being of others who might be potentially exposed. So that's why I don't do any in-person events. Not that I don't want to, but I think that we need to follow, we have to safeguard each other. And I think that's definitely the responsible thing to do. So what else has been going on? Well, we are rounding out June. We'll be coming down into July, and July is when the mail-in ballots will be coming out. According to Miami-Dade County Department of Elections, they should be sending out the mail-in ballots, I want to say probably no later than July 16th. And I think that, especially given the circumstances and how we are seeing that, the coronavirus cases are continuing to increase and folks are being exposed and getting sick, I think that it's really, really important that I speak a little bit more about these mail-in ballots. So they used to be called absentee ballots. Now they're mail-in ballots. But you can go to the Miami-Dade.gov/elections, and you can request to vote by mail. Now, that's completely a personal choice. The reason why I wanted to share a little bit more about it and emphasize a little bit more about the mail-in ballots is because we don't know from now until August 18th how things are going to be out there in the community and how illnesses are going to be happening and whatnot. There's my doorbell. Someone's at the door. But I think it's just a matter of just being wise and being cautious. And so I would ask that you consider voting by mail because, number one, I think it's you want to have your vote counted. You don't want to have a situation where you won't vote because you don't feel safe to leave the home. And I think that these elections, not only the judicial elections, are important, but all the other elections on the ballot. Our local elections are very important. I'll remind you that the judges are nonpartisan. That means that judges do not run on a political party. As a matter of fact, we are prevented by the rules and our ethics to even speak about those issues because you don't want a judge who is persuaded by his or her politics. You want a judge who is persuaded by the evidence and by the rule of law and by understanding that they are there to serve the community. So why mail-in ballots? Not only is it convenient, but it's also a way to assure that you will be able to vote if for whatever reason you either can't or you don't feel it's safe to leave your home to go to early voting or to go out on election day. Election day is August 18th. Historically, the majority of the voters who vote in these August elections vote either by absentee ballot or mail-in ballot, or they vote during early voting. So I urge you to consider the mail-in votes. So how does the mail-in vote work? Well, you can actually, if you're already a registered voter, when you go to the Miami-Dade.gov/elections, there's a link there that talks about the upcoming or the 2020 elections. We're not speaking about November, we're speaking about August right now. But the August election is, you can request either a mail-in ballot for just the August election, or you can request a mail-in ballot for the upcoming 2 elections. If you have previously voted by mail-in ballot, you are only requested you can only request 2 elections at a time. So you may have to request it again. One other detail that I wanted to make sure that you understand is that when you do a mail-in ballot, you have to fill out your ballot, of course. There's at the bottom, you have to sign because they need to make sure that you are who you say you are. And then you need to make sure that you put it in the mail, and either put it in the mail or you can drop it off at one of the locations, the voting locations. Now, about the signature. So this is where it gets a little tricky, and you want to make sure that your vote counts, right? So for your vote to count, your signature has to match whatever the department has on record for you. Our signatures change over time. So if you registered to vote or you requested your mail-in ballot many, many years ago and you signed differently, then there is a chance that your vote may not be counted, and you may never know because they were unable to match your signature. So if you go, we've dropped the link in the comments here to this video, to this live stream. We've dropped the link, and we urge you to go there and see if you can either update your signature or request your mail-in ballot. The first ballots are going to be scheduled to they'll be mailed out July 9th. The county has to get the ballots out between July 9th and July 16th. So the ballots are going to be arriving, and then when they arrive, you can actually track your ballot and make sure that it got back to the elections department once you're completed and you've sent it in. So now back to the nonpartisan issue. So I've been asked again, and I want to emphasize this, and it's really important. As a judicial candidate, I am not permitted to speak on partisan issues or on issues that might come before me because I can't prejudge a case. So I'm seeing here I'm being asked in some of the comments, who do I vote for? Those are matters that I personally I'm prevented from talking about or sharing because of the role of the judge and the role of the judiciary in being an impartial candidate, I guess, or impartial position, because that's who you want judges to be. Okay. So let's see what else. So I want to show the sign again. I think it's going to come out backwards if I'm understanding this, but at least you see it in backwards. It's 314. 314. These are the stickers that I'm going to be putting on my signs. When you start seeing them around the county, you'll be seeing them with my face, my picture, my name, because this is a community effort, because this is a grassroots effort, I ask, and because I cannot and I will not host these types of events in person, it is really important that if you support me and you want a qualified candidate to be elected to this position, that you share about my race, let people know, let your friends know, let your by text message, whatever form you want to communicate. I think that it's really important to get the word out. I'm still talking to some folks who aren't even aware that there are upcoming elections. And I think that it's really, really important that we raise that awareness and we let people know that not only do we have local elections, there's a lot of things on the ballot. You can actually look at the sample ballots in Miami-Dade.gov/elections. When you go to 2020 elections, you can click on there and it'll give you the official ballots for the nonpartisan races. It'll give you the official ballot for the Republican Party elections because there's a primary in some races, and it'll also give you the official ballot for the Democratic primary election. So all those things, all that information, there's really a lot of resources there for you. As a voter, if you're not registered to vote, you can also register to vote there. My daughter, who will be 18 in just, my goodness, next week, she'll be 18. She pre-registered to vote, so she'll have her voter's registration, and she'll be able to vote for the first time and, vote for her mom. So it's pretty amazing, and it's pretty exciting. Now, I've been receiving emails and I've been receiving communications. How can I help? How can I help? Well, first and foremost, help by voting, making sure that you actually vote. The second way that you can help, I'm going to drop in the comment section an email address that if you want to volunteer in any capacity, it could be sending text messages, it could be making phone calls, it could be whatever capacity, maybe volunteering during early voting, whatever it is. First, if it's in any capacity, I'm going to be putting on there connect at deniseforjudge2020.com. It's connect@deniseforjudge2020.com. You can send a quick email, say, I want to volunteer. And from there, we will get back to you. We have received quite a few, haven't gotten back to everybody yet, but I promise that we will be getting back to you. And there are many things that you can do. I can send you a digital palm card that will show you, if I had one handy, I would show it, but a digital palm card that you can use to text to your friends and just say, here you go. This is who I'm supporting. This is why. Check her out. You can go to the website. You can get more information about my qualifications. You can share these videos. Remember, I've been doing this every Saturday at 2:00, and all of these particular videos remain there, so you can share them. You can create a watch party. If anything I have said has spoken to you in particular, and you believe in my candidacy, you believe in my race, and you want to make a difference in this race, then I invite you to create a watch party and let other people know that that I'm here and I'm doing this because it is a labor of love, and I am passionate, truly passionate about this work. My banner cry is that everyone has the right to be seen and to be heard. And I think that's something that it in a nutshell describes why I'm doing this. As a trial attorney, as an appellate attorney, I've been doing this for over 20 years. And I feel a responsibility and a duty to help my community and to make a difference. My husband likes to tell me that I want to change the world. And I said, well, it's not that I want to change the world. I would love to, but I think that if I can do it and make a difference in my county, I've made a big difference in my community. That's why I practice in the area of marital and family law, because I believe if I can help one family, I am able to make a difference in our society, because our society is made up of families. And so I'm just kind of expanding on that by seeking to serve my community in this position of trust. And it is a position of trust. And I understand that I'm asking you to trust me to do the job. And that's why I'm here every Saturday at 2:00 in Candidates Corner. I'm streaming on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook. Because I, as much as possible, want to share about me, answer your questions, let you know who I am, and don't take my word for it. Ask me the questions that you want to have the answers to. What type of judge do you want to see on the bench? What type of judge, if you have a situation that you find yourself having to be in a court of law, what is it that you want to experience? And what I will tell you from me, my commitment is that I will diligently serve my community. I am dedicated to that. My commitment is that I will ensure that everyone is seen and heard, because I believe fundamentally that is due process. I believe that when everyone has that experience and walks into a courtroom and is treated with dignity and is treated with respect, and they are seen and they are heard, they will walk out of that courtroom and they will not believe, they will know that they've had their day in court. That is fundamental to our judicial system. That is fundamental to our democracy and to our constitutional rights. So I believe that is part of my responsibility and my duty, and that is my commitment. On a personal level, I have the qualifications. I am a board certified attorney in the area of marital and family law. Now, I've been asked, well, what does that mean? What is a board certified? And so here's what it means. Okay. So when I graduated from law school, I took the bar exam, right? And after I took the bar exam, I was given the green light. Okay, now you're a lawyer. Okay, well, it wasn't enough for me to end there. I wanted to be the best in my field. I wanted to do everything I could to know that I was prepared to represent my clients and give them the best possible representation that they could get. So when I actually became board certified, so what did I have to do? So I first had to fill out an application, a very lengthy application. I had to list in that application cases that I had represented, different trials that I had done. I had to also identify who my opposing counsel is in those cases. I had to give them information about judges I had appeared in front of. So The Florida bar then takes that application and they review that application, and they get references from all of those people that I mentioned. And I had to come back with an approval to even take an exam, which I later did. So the application is first, and I have to have opposing attorneys, people who I've fought against in court, basically say good things about me. And then I had to have judges who I've appeared in front of receive the reference letter and also say good things about me. So that was done. Got positive results from that. And then after that application process is done and I get the approval, then I have to sit for what's called the certification exam. And the certification exam, I like to say it's like the Florida bar exam, but on steroids. It's the Florida bar exam, but it's so specific in my area of law that it really touches on the biggest, the smallest details, and they really want to make sure that you truly are an expert in this area. And so I took the exam and I passed. And it's a very difficult exam to pass. In fact, in Miami-Dade County, there are only 33 board certified attorneys in the area of marital and family law. So I'm one of only 33 board certified attorneys in the area of marital and family law. Once I pass that exam, then I have the right, according to the Florida bar, to call myself a legal expert in that area. And that is no small feat and no small accomplishment, because it really makes you, it positions you in a place where you really have to know your stuff. And so I did that. In fact, in the entire state of Florida, I believe that there's only 200 and something. I don't have the exact number right now, maybe 240 something in the entire state of Florida who are board certified. So in Miami-Dade County, there's 33 of us who are board certified in the area of marital and family law, and I am one of them. And that's something that I didn't have to do. I didn't have to take that extra step, but I did, because I truly believe that if I can push myself to do more and be more and to give more, then I should do that. I have a duty and I have a responsibility to do that. So that's what board certification means. It means I'm a board certified specialist in the area of marital and family law. I am a legal expert. And why is that important to you? Well, in my race, I am the only board certified expert. And that means that in my race, I'm the only candidate who has taken that extra step to get board certified in any area of the law. It doesn't have to be marital and family law. It could be any area. But I did that because I want to be the best. I want to be the best at what I do, to give, not for me and not for ego's sake, but to give to my clients the best of me and to give them the best representation. And that's what I do. And that's why I did it. And so that is what board certification means. Now, I just want to take a minute to give a shout out to some of the folks that are watching and are taking the time. My brother Carlos. Hi, Carlos. It's good to see you. Danny, Ronald, Jennifer. I'm so glad I just requested my mail-in ballot. As you were speaking. Very easy. Awesome. Thank you so much, Jennifer. See, as we were speaking, we had somebody request their mail-in ballot, and it's going to be much easier for her to vote in this upcoming election. Let's see, who else is on? Let me see. I have a few folks on here that I just want to make sure I just say, it's really, hi, Maria. Hi. Thank you so much. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Thanks for joining. So this is a labor of love for me. I do this, and I've committed to doing this every Saturday at 2:00. It's my meet and greet. It's my commitment to you. I'm timely because I know it's important to be on time. That's one of the things that I actually commit also. When I win, I commit that I will be on time, because as an attorney, we understand, as an attorney who often doesn't have that experience in courtrooms, it's important because it shows respect. It shows respect to everybody and their time and why they are there. Let's see, what are we doing? Oh my goodness, I've already spoken for 25 minutes. We only have 5 minutes left. This time flies when you're having fun. So back to the volunteers. So at Connect, you can email us, connect@deniseforjudge2020.com. There are so many things that you can do, and it just ranges. So I invite you, if you want to participate in this journey with me and you want to get the word out and you want to share, shoot us a quick email. You can go to the website. You can also put the information in directly there, where you can click on the link and say that you want to volunteer. We do need all hands on deck. It is a big county. Miami-Dade County, you don't realize how large this county is until you run for a countywide office, because it is, I will say, without quoting any statistics, I will say that the population of Miami-Dade County is the population of some small states, because it is huge. And I have been staying home to stay safe and to keep everyone safe. So I have not been going out and I have not been doing those kinds of movements, because I don't believe that it would be the responsible thing to do right now. But it is a big county. So how can I communicate to every voter in Miami-Dade County? This is how I do it. I do it Candidates Corner, I do it social media, I do it by phone calls and text messages, but more importantly, I count on you to do that. I count on you to share. I count on you to let everybody know, hey, Denise, she's 314 on the ballot, number 314, 314. She's 314 on the ballot, and I support her. She's great. She's going to be awesome on the bench. Whatever it is that you feel like saying, it would be amazingly wonderful if you made those efforts, because that is truly the only way that I will be able to reach the voters of Miami-Dade County. It is a very, very large county, and this election affects and impacts every voter in Miami-Dade County. So Key Biscayne, Coral Gables, El Portal, Aventura, North Miami, Miami Beach, Hialeah, Miami Lakes, Kendall, Westchester, West Miami, South Miami, Homestead, Florida City, and everywhere in between, unincorporated Dade. You will have the opportunity to vote in this upcoming election on August 18th. It is a countywide race. The judicial races are, again, nonpartisan. So you're not gonna see any type of designation. You will see the number and you will see my name. You will see 314. You will see Denise Martinez-Scanziani. There are about, I want to say, 7 judicial races that you can vote in. Each race, you can pick one candidate only. And then I'm asking that you vote for me, Denise Martinez-Scanziani. So we are about to wrap up. I'm just going to remind you, mail-in ballots are going to be coming out to the voters who have requested their mail-in ballots. The second week of July 9th through the 16th. Those mail-in ballots will start to arrive at home. If you haven't requested one, do so. If you've not updated your signature in a long time, please take that extra step to request to update your signature. I also wanted to give you the phone number for the Miami-Dade Department of Elections. They are so helpful, and they are there to answer any questions that you may have. And you can do actually a lot of these things on the phone, and you can get information from them. And maybe someone can help me by putting that information on the comment section. I'm looking for the Elections Department phone number as we speak. It's not a difficult number to get a hold of, but it is 305-499-8683. 305-499-8683. And if I remember correctly, it's actually the 8683, it spells out vote. So if you need any help with either registering, with either figuring out if you have to update your voter's registration card, if you have to figure out to update your signature, or you want to request a mail-in ballot, you want information about where early voting is, all of those things you can get you can call them 305-499-8683. You can go to miamidade.gov/elections. You can even email us if you have a question. You can email us connect@deniseforjudge2020.com. I'm happy to direct you, or someone, maybe not me, but someone will be able to direct you where you need to go. I'm asking you to remember 314. That is my number on the ballot, Denise Martinez-Scanziani. I'm asking you also to please tell a friend. If you can tell 10 friends and then tell those 10 friends to tell 10 friends, you get the picture, right? It's going to go and go and go. So I'm reminding you, next Saturday at 2:00, please don't forget, join me here, Denise Martinez-Scanziani. I am your candidate for Circuit Court Judge, and I'm here every Saturday at 2:00 doing what I'm doing, which is hosting your candidate's corner so that you can be informed for these upcoming elections, August 18th, 2020. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you for sharing. And don't forget, tell a friend. Thank you.